Hey. Welcome to Our Opinions with Sass. That's me.
And I'm Rooster.
And you get just that our opinions about any and everything. Uh, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to turn it down. Politics, sports, entertainment, you name it, you get it. You name it, we talk about it. But today we got some exciting news to share with you, and I'm gonna let Mr. Roosta take the spotlight on that. Y'all probably already know what it is, but we still gonna share it with you because that's what we do. We're gonna give our opinions on different things. So with that being said, I'm gonna let Rooster have the floor.
Hey, what's
Hey.
happening, everybody? We got Easter week coming up. Uh, I just want to say today was a big day in history. We got the with two E's, first African American justice selected to the United States Supreme Court. So I want to start off by saying congratulations to Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Drum roll, drum roll. I mean, clap,
Yeah,
clap.
hit it with the clap, hit it with the clap, hit it with the clap. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just want to start off by saying she's a better person than most people I think would be with the question that she went through. Uh, yeah, man,
It was ridiculous.
it was really ridiculous. And to so eh, Josh Hawley is the one who actually brought that all to light. Now, Lindsey Graham voted for it two times before this, or two or three times before this. Never had any questions about it. But all of a sudden, he wants to, you know, act the you know what up there. I'm trying not to cuss y'all, but I really got some choice words for a lot of these people, a lot of those Republicans. But my main question is, when did when did it become so popular to be to act stupid? You know what I'm saying? To really, I listened to Lindsey Graham when he first on day one when the hearings first started, and first thing he said was, "Oh, if we don't vote for you, everybody's gonna say that uh, we're uh, we're prejudiced." Well, Lindsey, hey, you said it. We didn't. So apparently, you knew exactly what people were gonna say about you. You, we don't have to say it. You've proven it. You've proved it to us. You know what I'm saying? It's a proven fact that you're you, you're the older you get, the more blatant your racism becomes. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's sad. You would think as you get older, you know, you would get wiser and understand right from wrong. It shouldn't be backwards. It shouldn't be when you're young, you for everything, but when you get old, you're against everything. What is that all about? I mean, here's a woman that's probably 10 times as smart as you are. Not to say that you're not a smart guy, you know what I'm saying? But she's probably 10 times as smart as you are because she had to work 10 times harder to get where she is today. Uh, double double major at Harvard, right? If I stand correct. Uh, then she's got some public college in her, some community college, I should say. And then you're saying she's soft on crime, but she's supported by the Fraternal Order of Police. She's supported by the chiefs of police. They all endorse this lady. They don't just endorse people just to be endorsing them. They don't care if she's black, white, purple, or pink. You know what I'm saying? They felt like she was the right person for the job. Even the Victims Advocate Association or whatever it was of these crimes that you guys said they were so she was so soft on. Uh, they even backed her, wrote a letter. They didn't. These people don't have to do this. I mean, come on, man. And most of these guys are Republicans. So it brings me to the point to say that Republicans are supposed to say that they're the party of law and order, but I don't see that. I don't see them respecting law or order. It's amazing how they call the left radical, but everything that's been going radical in the past 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, back since Obama got elected. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go. What's that? Almost 9 years now, 10 years. It's been nothing but radical right and radical right, radical right. Everything's been radical. I mean, don't get me wrong. They got some radical leftists, but the right man, you you doing this, you doing all this stuff, and you acting like we can't see it, like we got our blinders on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you do it plain as day, and most of these guys, not most of them, all of them know right from wrong. All of them, you know.
Yeah. But can I just say something? I love everything you're saying. I don't take anything away from you and what you're saying. But let's just keep it real. These Republicans didn't want a black woman sitting up there. It's all about racism, is what it boils down to. Is That's what I see in my eyes.
Most
All the
definitely,
other BS they talking about, what she did, what she didn't do. It's all about racism. Let's just be real.
most definitely, most
They
definitely.
don't
I totally
want,
agree.
yeah, and I'm glad it was Mitt Romney, Lisa Murkowski, and
Susan Collins.
Susan Collins. Shout out to them for being the bigger Republicans. And the lady deserved it. She's worked hard,
Yeah, this
like you
wasn't a
said,
given.
huh?
Yeah, I say yeah, this wasn't a given.
It
She worked
wasn't.
right.
Yeah. It was She worked hard to get to this place that she's at now. This is history in the making. History in the making. Um yeah, we got, and I'm gonna just keep it real. We keep it real on our opinions with Sass and Rooster. Yeah, we got Clarence Thomas up there, but let's just be real. Clarence Thomas ain't black. I mean, he black.
Man, I don't want to talk about Clarence right now because Clarence is
Clarence,
so
yeah,
okay. He ain't
but
black. He ain't
but
black.
he black, but he ain't black. And
Right.
y'all know what I mean. I'm just
Right.
keeping it real, like
Right.
we always do. Um, so it's congratulations. I'm gonna just shout out congratulations. You deserve this honor, your honor, Katanji Brown Jackson. I'm happy to see. It's nice when you see women that resemble me, and men that resemble you, um, that aren't sellouts like Tim Scott. Let's just call it what it is. Aren't sellouts like Herschel Walker. Aren't sellouts like all those sellouts that make it based on, you know, their work that they've done. It's not like, oh, let me just hand her this. So big, big, big congratulations to Katanji Brown Jackson, right? Brown Jackson,
Yes.
for being not nominated. You're there now.
Hey, listen. So even though this is a great day in history, it's also a sad day in history because the last I heard Tim Scott stand up and give a speech, he gave a speech on Black history. Cory Booker said it was a great speech. Cory Booker, man, if you ever watch our show, you give those Republican guys way too much credit. I understand that you're supposed to be nice. I understand that, but I wish it was Hakeem Jeffries. I wish Hakeem Jeffries was a senator because he'll tell him like it is. You know what I'm saying? But Corey, don't get me wrong, I love Corey. His speeches are so passionate, but it was a sad day in history to see Tim Scott, who calls himself an historian, give up, sit up there and vote no on Ketanji Brown Jackson.
But I think going back to Cory Booker, I think Cory Booker tries to he tries to keep it friendly, you know. I
Yeah,
think
but you know what? You listen, they ain't keeping it friendly. You know
true.
what I'm saying?
But you know what? They say how the saying goes, when they hit low, we hit high.
But you
And
know what? I understand the high road and the low road. I understand that totally.
mm-hmm,
But I'm just saying, stop giving these guys so much credit and saying that they're great people because they're not.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely true.
These guys are blatant idiots that shouldn't be in the position that they're in. You know what I'm saying? Because they got a little power. They think, I don't know what it is. I mean, I understand they don't want to lose their seat. They don't want to lose their fan base and things like that. So you'll say anything to stay where you are,
Right.
to keep the power. But at the same time, man, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Absolutely.
It ain't no in between. It ain't no, oh, that might be right or that might be wrong. It ain't no in between. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
That's what it comes down
You
to.
know what I'm saying? You
That-
can't turn left and say you was going right. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You just can't
Exactly.
do it. So with that being said, I just wish. Now he can call them his friend. He can definitely say, yeah, okay, they're my friends because they're colleagues and they're sitting across the aisle from you. Yeah, okay, I understand that. But
Yeah.
these guys these guys are screwing idiots. That's what they are. They are. I mean, they're like they're like the kids that that talk about each other, and the other one always says, "I know you are, but what am I?"
Right.
That
Yeah.
seriously, seriously. These guys. I mean, man, I, I just sit there and listen. So I saw a post today uh, on my Google feed about Mr. T. I guess he just got his second Moderna shot,
Uh-huh.
and he says that he's gonna still wear a mask because COVID is still out there. So Ted Cruz put up a post, tagging Mr. T, saying 535 members of Congress can walk around without face masks, and that's still not enough. Boy, the Twitter feed went crazy on Ted Cruz. One one dude called him Fled Cruz.
Fled Cruz.
Fled Cruz from when he left Texas when it was cold that time.
Yeah.
I said, "Wow, Fled Cruz." But yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand how these guys. My thing is, how do you get up and look at yourself in the mirror every day? How do you look? How do you look at? How do you look at your family? How do you stare at your family? And unless, uh, well, we already know that Ted Cruz is one of his daughters don't agree with nothing he says. How do you get up and look at them and justify what you're doing? How do you look at your family and say, even though you know you're wrong, but you try and justify what you're doing is right? How do you do that? How do you face that music?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess because I'm not an evil person, but I think the evil people, just looking from the outside in, they have it's easy for them. You're an evil person and it just doesn't bother you.
Oh my
I would be
goodness.
convicted
Yes,
immediately.
yes,
I
yes.
would be convicted like that. Just
And they call themselves Christians. We're God fearing Christians. Man,
like
that
really.
right, right, right. I, I guess there's no well, what's the faith for the devil? Because that's what they are. I don't know what the faith is for the devil because
Well, people who don't believe in God are
I know they're
atheists.
called atheists, right? So
Yeah.
so they're devil fearing atheists. That's what I'm gonna
Hmm.
say. I'm
They're
because you're not a
devil
right,
worshippers.
yes, you're definitely not a God fearing Christian because you wouldn't act the way you are. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't
Yeah.
go up here and smear try and smear a lady that has worked so hard. A lady that said she wanted to give up when she first got to Harvard, but another lady walked by her and whispered in her ear, "Persevere."
Yeah. So all I'm gonna say that were you done with that? I don't want to cut you off.
No, 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 I'm not done with that. But I mean, I'm done with that section of it. Yes, go ahead.
So all I'm gonna say is all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna get into, and I won't even call it religion because I'm just gonna say, but God, when people try, when they're evil and they try to bring you down and stuff, I believe she's a God fearing woman, and God, God always prevails. For me, God always prevails above anything, any mass, anything. So
Yes, yes,
God came through on her behalf, you know.
yes.
Um, when you do evil, it's not gonna work for you. And even if it does work, it's something that's gonna happen, down the line. You're gonna get your karma back some kind of way. You reap what you sow.
Man, that's yeah. I'm not. I don't want to wish anything bad on these guys. I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
know what
mean,
I'm
it's
saying.
just
But
it's a
you're telling
given.
the truth.
I don't even think it's wishing anything bad, but when you do
Yeah,
wrong, they
I'm
say it
not
in the
saying you are,
Bible.
but because
Yeah.
I really, I hate the fact that I feel that way because I really do want to wish something bad on them, but I don't. I don't wish my worst enemy. You know what I'm saying. I listened to Mitch McConnell talk about how the Republicans that questioned Katanji was, or I'm gonna say not Katanji. Forgive me, Katanji. M- Justice Brown. I listened to Mitch McConnell say that his guys did a wonderful job questioning Katanji, Justice Brown. Mitch, what questioning were you listening to? Because I didn't hear one of those guys uh ask her any good questions, or you know what I'm saying. All I heard was badgering, 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 badgering. But here's the killer part: they tried to badger her on her sentencing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And come to find out that they looked into it, and she was within the guidelines of 70 to 80% of the judges that were picked by Republicans. These were
Right.
Republican appointed judges. She was within 70 to 80% of all the judges that convict people for crimes. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so what? Why you don't bring up somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't talking about the judges that you guys voted for? Why you ain't saying that they too light on pedophiles? And then Marjorie
Yeah.
Taylor Greene says that if you like could just well, I'm gonna call it Justice Brown. Well, we're gonna get rid of the first name, y'all. Justice Brown. We
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna Marjorie Taylor Greene says if you support her, you like pedophiles. What? I mean, man,
Okay.
who allows this stupidity in any room on Capitol Hill?
All I'm gonna say, she need to be on every single segment of Slapped in the Mouth, because that woman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, I hate even saying her name. She's a devil worshiper. You know, she's retarded, and I don't know if that's a politically correct way of saying it.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Uh, she got issues.
yeah. You see,
That
she's
woman need to be. That woman need a fist way back, slapped in the mouth. Not a slap. She need a fist. She don't need a Will Smith slap.
right,
And I
right,
shouldn't be making light of that, but she need like a fist across her face.
right,
And we don't
right,
condone violence on this show. We don't.
right.
But
What
enough is enough.
enough is enough. You're right about that. You see, she just filed a so there's a law in Georgia saying that if you incite violence, you shouldn't be put back on the primary. You can't run for office.
Right.
And so there's a group down there that's filing this in court right now. And instead of her going in there and trying to fight this, she filed a lawsuit against the federal government saying that she's being wrongly accused of something. Instead of you can have your day in court, right? But you
Mm-hmm.
don't want your day in court. You don't want to go to their court hearing. You want your own court hearing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
but this day in court is gonna come first. So you gotta you gotta answer to this. If you don't answer to it, then hey, you don't deserve to be. You really don't deserve to be there anyway. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just acting like a 4-year-old, 3-year-old. I mean, 3-year-olds act better than that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But you know who I haven't, speaking of that fool, and I know today, I'm going there. I'm sorry. I'm happy. We got us a sister sitting up at the US Supreme Court. So I'm gonna go there today. I'm not gonna be cussing or nothing like that, but I'm gonna call them what they are. We got a fool. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a fool. I haven't heard anything else about that. I haven't heard anything lately about that fool Bobert. Um,
Yeah,
have you
I just heard something about it, but I forgot what it was.
or that
Yeah,
fool
yeah.
Matt Gates?
I think right now, I think she's trying to keep quiet because I think she's up for reelection, and I
So
think
she's
there's
trying to lay
somebody.
low.
Yeah, there's some guy. Listen, this is funny. There's, there's some guy running a commercial up in she's from Colorado, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
Colorado.
a guy running a commercial that's running against her. That's got all these. I'm gonna spell it because I don't want to. These SHI bleed, things dropping on the commercial, just dropping in.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying this is what you have in Congress now, and he's talking about Lauren Boebert, right? And
Yeah.
they said, listen, that ain't a really good commercial, but he's telling the truth. He's a Republican too. He's running against her. So,
Wow.
and he's like, man, this is not what we need. We don't need these dropping out the sky every time she opens her mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need somebody that's gonna go in there, work for the people, not for their own agenda, not to build their fame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And try to become some instant celebrity. You know what I'm saying? We need
Yeah.
what is she doing for the people of Colorado, other than acting like a buffoon? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
So,
it's sad. It's our country is at a sad time right now with the way the politicians that we've elected are acting. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely. I
So
agree. And it's across the board. We can't just say it's just the Republicans
oh yeah,
because,
we've definitely
you
done just the
know,
Republicans. But
yeah,
but I
it's
wish sometimes that the Democrats would fight fire with
more.
fire. That's why I say that's why I said I wish Hakeem Jeffries could be on the U.S. Senate. I want him to be the president,
Hey,
but but I start with Senate, man. Move up to the Senate.
yeah,
This guy is man. He puts everybody in their place so intelligently. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he don't hold back. He calls you
right,
out on he calls you out on your stupidity.
right, right, right.
He tells it like it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with that being said, Hakeem, once again, I endorsed you a while back. Once
Mm,
again, I really want you to run for president, but I would love to see you in the Senate, uh, and to let all those idiots on the right let put them in check. You can put them in check even from where you are, but I don't know if you noticed nobody ever crosses the line with him
right.
because when they try to, oh, he lets you have
Yeah, and he ain't a bad looking. He ain't bad looking.
it. Yeah,
No, I'm just saying.
yeah,
You know,
definitely,
nice
definitely,
looking guy. Nice
yeah,
looking
yeah.
guy. So, but once more, you know what, Rooster? Can I give her another hand clap?
Hey,
Katanji
man,
Brown
listen,
Jackson.
hey,
Um,
hey, Justice Brown.
Justice Brown. This is for you.
Hey, I like what Chuck Schumer said today. He said he went to a school over in New York. I forgot the name of it. Start with a W. Some crazy. I thought this is. I thought the city was in Michigan because they got all those crazy names in Michigan
Yeah.
and Wisconsin for these cities. But
Oh, I got some Wisconsin news for you, but go on.
yeah, so he said he went to a school and it was a bunch of minority young ladies that he had spoken with, and he said the moment he mentioned Ketanji Brown Jackson, he said they just lit up. He said you could see the whole room just light up. They were so
Really?
happy. Yeah, he said they were so happy. He said, and that makes a lot of people, a lot of young women see that they can be whatever they want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They like one dude said, if you can see it, you can be it.
There you go. I like that. If you can
Yeah.
see it, you can be
Yes.
it.
Yes.
And
Yes. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
absolutely the truth.
That is.
Um,
That is.
you know, it
That is.
doesn't get any more straightforward than that. If you can see it, you can be it. I read something the other day. Wow, I wish I had it with me. It was Simone Biles said it, and it's kind of related to that. I'll have to look it up and see if I could find it. But it's a quote that she said, and I had to post it at my desk um, at work to kind of reflect on. Sometimes you got to post something, and soon enough, speaking of that, behind me, you guys will start seeing. It's kind of like a hot mess, so excuse it. But you guys are going to start seeing some of the crafts behind me that I work on. You guys will start seeing more and stuff. So keep paying attention, keep looking behind me, and you'll see more stuff. But yeah, she said something that was so profound that I had to like post it at my desk and stuff. But what I was going to say is that voter suppression, I want to talk about voter suppression. So Wisconsin, they just came out with not a, where you can't, like, as far as voting, another voter suppression type of thing. So Wisconsin just came out where you can't, like, say like someone's married, a husband and a wife. Husband just had foot surgery, she can't go anywhere. The husband can't take the wife's ballot, even though it's sealed, even though she's signed by her on the outside, and drop it off at a drop box. They have to have someone at the ballot drop box monitoring the drop box now. If there's no one there, I guess it's locked. You can't even do anything. But
Wow.
you cannot take your wife's, your husband's, your child's, people in nursing homes. If they can't get out, they can't vote. You can't take it to a ballot drop box and drop it in there. You can only drop your own. You can't drop anymore. They're not letting you drop any more besides your own ballot. Now, if that's not voter suppression, it's like the envelope is sealed. Like, what the deal? What's the deal? I mean, it's another method. It's another method to their madness and stuff. I just found that was just so ignorant,
It's
so very ignorant.
it is absurd.
It's an attack on voting
It
rights.
really is. So you see, Florida has a similar law
Mm-hmm.
that just
That
got
was
struck down by a federal judge,
so. I
and
saw that
yeah, and
DeSantis.
he scolded him. He told him this is nothing other than you trying to suppress the black vote.
I heard that, and I was
And
so glad he told Governor
yeah,
DeSantis that. Were you saying something? I can't hear you. Are you there? I think Rooster froze you guys. Let's see if he'll come back in. Let me see. Um, Something is
yeah, there
going
you go.
on. You back?
Can you hear
Okay.
me?
It froze. Yeah, it froze
Yeah,
for a
but
minute.
I heard you talking, and I was saying you had to click me back in. I think that's what had happened. Uh, but it's a shame that these guys are doing what they're doing. I mean, when when did when did people think that people of color, white people, Mexican people, Asian people, when did all these people think that we can't see racism when it's right in our face? What makes people What makes these lawmakers and governors and all of that think that we can't see blatant racism? The mic is muted.
That's such a good question. I would like to know the same thing. I mean,
I mean, a deaf blind deaf man can see and understand that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He,
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's blatant. I mean, you're not even whispering to each other back over in a corner somewhere.
But okay, so here's my question. Why all of a sudden are these red states, and these are red states, right?
Yes.
These aren't blue states that are coming up with this. Why are these red states all of a sudden trying to have so much control? Like, oh, I know it was it when Biden won and they thought, oh, the election was stolen. And I'm gonna go back a little bit. Yesterday I was listening to a program, and believe it or not, Donald Trump finally said, he was having a conversation, and he said when he lost the election, that came out of his mouth. He said when he lost the election. But going back to what I was saying, I needed to point that out. Going back to what I was saying, these red states are trying to control these old men, is what I'm gonna say, Hot Wheels, DeSantis, all of them. They're trying to control people. They're trying to control who can have an abortion. You can't have an abortion if you meet this criteria. You can't have an abortion. So people got to leave the state to get an abortion. I think that that's like a personal choice. What if someone got raped? What if somebody like had a brutal rape and stuff? You don't want to carry that baby for 9. I mean,
Well, my thing is, what happened to my body, my choice? That's what they're screaming about the mask.
right,
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
But it only
But yeah,
applies.
yeah, exactly. But you can tell a woman what she can do with her body.
Yeah. And then
You
the
know,
whole thing with the whole you can't say gay. Um,
that got struck down too.
did it?
Well, it's in the making of getting struck down. You see now they're trying to attack Disney on that
Oh,
because Disney's.
I didn't
Oh
see
yeah,
that.
they're trying to attack Disney on that because they're saying that Disney is a too woke company. That's exactly what they're saying. Now they're protesting in front of Disneyland in LA and talking about why are you attacking Ron DeSantis? Excuse, well, I almost cussed. Man, dude, you live in Los Angeles. You worry about what goes on in California, not
Thank
what goes
you,
on in
Florida.
Florida.
If you want to worry about what's going on in Florida, move your
Move right,
ass to Florida. If you so concerned
right,
about
right.
Florida, move to Florida.
Man, the dude just don't know how much of an idiot he sounded like yesterday. I'm saying, man,
Wow.
you live in I mean, out of all the states in the world, California is probably the most diverse state there is, right?
Wow.
But you want to look, you want to, you want to support a state that really don't care about. This dude wasn't even white. You know what I'm saying? He was like
Yeah.
Hispanic or something like that. I was talking and I was like, man, what's happening with these people that you know deep down inside, man, white people don't like other races just as much as they don't like blacks. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But see, white people, old white men are afraid of losing power. This is basically what it is. They feel like they've been in control for so long that now they're losing that control.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
here's the killer part. We as black people, we don't want to control you. I've said this on one of our shows before. We don't want nothing you have. We just want to live equally. We know how to go out and work. We know how to go out and make money. We know how to go out. We know how to teach our kids right from wrong, even though some of our kids still act a fool, just like some of their kids do.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
It's on both
equal all
sides.
around the board. You know what
It's
I'm saying?
everyone.
Yeah. We don't want to come in and take nothing you got. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We want a level playing field. Listen, I'm running against you, you running against me. may the best man win. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It ain't about I'm trying to take your control away from you. May the best man win.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%.
I mean, if you ever played any sports, you see that. If you ever ran track, you see that. You know what I'm saying? If you ever been in a debate, the person who wins the debate is the best person out there at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And if you feel like you're not the best person out there, and you need to go back to the books or the drawing board or wherever you got your learning from, and you need to study a little harder, make and come back even stronger. You see what
there
I'm
you
saying?
go. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, they feel like you know what? What's interesting is I heard a guy say the way they act towards black people. He said, "I hope each and every one of them end up with a whole bunch of black grandchildren." I said, "That's cool. That's cool."
But it's so funny. What's so funny about, and I guess this is not funny, but let's go back to the whole what's the guy's name that was killed while he was jogging? Ahmaud Arbery. So the neighbor, not the McMichaels, but the neighbor, remember when they had found
Talk
out
about
all the
talking about
racist
the white
stuff?
lady.
No, we're talking about the neighbor, the one that videoed the whole
Oh,
thing.
oh, 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 oh.
Roddy.
Roddy, Rudy
Roddy.
Roddy. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's funny that you should say that, because when they went to see, to what was it, like the what was it? They had went to court for like the whole racist stuff.
oh,
It was a
the
hate
federal
crime.
case, the
The
federal
federal
civil rights violation case.
civil rights violation. So they found all the stuff on the McMichael's phone, text messages talking about this and that, this and that. And then on Roddy, is it Roddy or Rody?
Roddy, William Roddy,
William Roddy.
something like that.
Yeah. So on his text messages, they found him talking about, oh, my daughter got a N, the N word now.
She finally got her
He
in.
finally got her in. So now he needs to have all the N grandkids possible,
Hey, hey, bring them all up there to see.
and they don't need to. No, I was gonna say they don't need to go see him in
No, bring
prison.
them all up there to see him so he can see what it's like. Oh, yeah, look. You staring what you did right in the face.
Yeah, right.
You staring uh, 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 at a life that you helped take right in the face.
Right.
You know, and the crazy part about it was, I felt like at first I felt like, oh well, maybe he was trying to do the right thing and would turn it over the video.
Me too.
But guess what? Goes,
The truth shall come out.
hey, whatever in the dark will come to the light. They
The
say,
truth shall come out
Yeah,
eventually. I thought he
yeah,
was doing the right thing
yes,
too.
yes.
But yeah,
But
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 that's my hope, is that all these people, all these congressmen that sit around, oh, we don't want like a black justice. My prayer for y'all is that y'all kids get with a black male, black female, have kids, your grandkids, everything, interracial, black,
yes,
that
yes.
y'all hate us so much,
So much,
you
so much.
know, y'all hate us. Y'all hate to see us get ahead or do anything.
Yeah, yeah,
And I ain't
yeah.
saying, I'm gonna just put it out there. Disclaimer, I'm not saying everybody is like that, but there are people out there that are. Let's just be real with it. It's a
Yeah,
lot of racism
yeah.
going on. And even my manager said it the other day, my director, she said, when we were talking about the confirmation, she said, she's a white woman. She said, they are racist. Words out of her mouth, they are racist. That's what she
Right,
said. And I was like, okay.
right, right. And then, I mean, hey, listen. Like I said, right is right and wrong is wrong. Truth
Mm-hmm.
is truth. One thing about it, the camera don't lie. So when they spoke into the camera and said the things that they said,
Mm-hmm.
they weren't lying. You know what I'm saying?
They were
So
not.
don't try to go back and we don't want to hear about this 2, 10, 12 years from now saying, oh no, that's not that's not what I meant, or what I'm saying. Come on, man. You gotta keep it, you gotta tell the truth.
Yeah, tell
Tell
the truth,
the
shame the
truth.
devil.
You gotta
Exactly.
you gotta tell the truth. So moving right along.
Okay, hold
Congratulations
on.
again. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on. So, hopefully, I don't get in trouble for this. But I just wanted to tell you guys, I want to put it out there to the audience. Hold on one second. You guys have to, absolutely have to. Let me see. Bear with me. Go and get Panera. Am I going to get in trouble for saying that?
No, why would you?
I don't know. Man, oh man, they got some new drinks at Panera, you guys.
I want to let y'all know that we aren't getting paid for this.
We aren't. We
Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer, we're not getting paid for this. But they got some new drinks at Panera. And this one is the Fuji apple cranberry. I guess I'm saying guarana, whatever that is, guarana, with a little bit of caffeine. Man, it's like where I am, where I live at, it's like almost 95 degrees out today. I had to go get something to drink. I got this. You guys got to go get one. They got like strawberry lemonade. They got with mint, and they got a couple of other flavors. This hit the spot. This is good. Go get you one. Go pick up one. Fuji apple, cranberry, guarana with caffeine. We ain't getting paid for talking about Panera, but this is the bomb, you guys. I just got to say that.
Hey, without a doubt. So moving right along. Shout out to Panera Bread for making a good drink. I gotta check it out.
Woo.
Uh,
Don't get light ice too. Light ice, so don't water down.
so moving right along. Let's talk about the. I don't know if you heard about this. The three young ladies that attended a whole bunch of Black Lives Matter rallies. Uh, Three white young women
Mm-hmm.
that then drove by a tree in Texas that some young men got hung back in the early 1900s or something like that,
Uh-huh.
mid 1900s, got hung from and did some videotaping and laughed about it and put it up on social media and everything.
They
These are
laughed about it.
they were laughing like it was really funny. This is the hanging tree right here. You know what I'm saying? Ha ha
What?
ha. Just so one of them is a red shirt freshman. The other one is a senior, and I think the other one is a junior. I think one was from Wisconsin, one was from Texas, and one was from somewhere else. So but these guys, you know, you go to these rallies and you act like you're supporting, then you go, you know, when you're out of everybody's sight, or at least you think you're out of everybody's sight. This is what you do. You show us who you really are
So where did this take place at?
in Texas.
Oh, okay. I'm
So
not surprised.
in somewhere in Colorado County, Texas. I don't know which county that is, but it has to be somewhere close to Houston because they all
Okay.
attend the University of Houston.
Okay.
Uh, so they it's amazing that you call yourselves you know compassionate and caring about others, and then you go out and do something stupid like this.
Okay. So this is what I want to do because people like that deserve to be put on blast. So I'm about to shout out their names. University of Houston volleyball players, right,
Yes,
appeared in video laughing about a 1935 lynching.
yes,
So let me see. Mocking an infamous 1935 lynching of two black teenagers. Teenagers.
teenagers.
Okay. So did they get suspended from the school?
No,
Okay.
nothing. From what I understand, nothing has happened yet.
So can I read this snippet? According to the university newspaper, the Daily Cougar, the video appeared to have been filmed by Riley Whitekettle, no pun intended, Riley Whitekettle,
Hmm.
a freshman volleyball player, and shared on Snapchat. In it,
Fitting name. Fitting name.
fitting name, yeah. Let me say it again, Riley Whitekettle. Okay. Um, she posted it on Snapchat. In it are volleyball players Isabel. So wait a minute, maybe Riley didn't have anything to do with it. Isabel Theut, Theut, and Abby Jackson. The caption reads, "This is the hanging tree where we used to hang people. The tree is Columbus, Texas, which is Thute's hometown. So maybe within a day of being posted, the clip had been viewed more than 14,000 times and was shared on TikTok by a football player, where it was viewed more than, so it's just spreading like
Yeah,
wildfire.
like a wildfire. Yes.
I
Yes.
want to know if they got suspended. I'm looking. Go ahead and talk. I'm gonna
So the
see. I'm gonna
funny,
let you
I
guys
mean,
know.
crazy thing is, I haven't heard anything about a suspension, but
Okay.
it's sad that where I mean, you wasn't even thought about talking
Yeah.
about where we used to hang people.
Where
And
we.
so you mean to tell me you proud of that? But
Right.
but you got all these pictures with in Black Lives Matter rallies, like you really get holding up. They're holding up
I see
signs and
him right
everything.
here.
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all in all, you really showing us how you feel. You know.
So let's give some history to this tree, okay?
Mm.
So people know. According to the Equal Justice Initiative, the lynching in Columbus, Texas occurred on November 12th, 1935, when a mob of at least 700 white men, women, and children lynched 15-year-old Ernest Collins and 16-year-old Benny Mitchell. The teenagers had been accused of murdering a white woman whose body was found near a creek where they had been seen picking pecans. The two were arrested and reportedly confessed to the crime. Now, reportedly don't mean nothing.
So they say once they really found out, they say they confessed out of fear.
Okay. But without fair investigation or trial, their supposed confessions serve as more reliable evidence of fear than guilt. Just what my partner in crime over there just said. As they were being transported to a courthouse, Collins and Mitchell were stopped by a mob, and the sheriff handed the boys over. They were later lynched. But see, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
So
this
listen to this.
is common back then. They
Right,
didn't even
listen
get
to
to go
this though.
to trial
Yeah,
or
listen to this.
court.
You see how they said they were stopped by a mob?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, they were stopped by a mob, all right. He drove right to where the mob was and stopped and said, here these boys go.
And the sheriff handed them over.
Exactly. He drove right up to the mob and said, here you go, boys. So wait, not only that, do you know that the judge said that justice was served?
What?
Oh my goodness. Justice was served. This is a judge.
Wow.
This
See, see, y'all, what our ancestors, our people had to endure because of the color of their skin. Nothing else but the color of their skin.
cold part about it is we've invented so much. We've built this country. This country was built on the backs of slavery.
Right.
Black men and women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know what? That's
But
why I believe we're so very resilient. I think that we as a people are like just a resilient race, and I'm not saying other
very
races
much
aren't
so.
resilient, but some other races haven't gone through what our ancestors had to endure. They don't want to
Exactly.
talk about it. They want to take this out the classroom, but
Yeah.
this is
See,
part of history.
that's the sad. That's the really sad part about it. They don't
Yeah,
want. They don't want. They don't want this to be taught because they say they don't want their kids feeling guilty. But right here, this case that we're talking about right now shows that their kids don't feel guilty.
right.
They think this
Prime
is a joke.
example.
Prime example. The kids think that this is a joke.
Yeah, or where we.
Right.
Huh.
We. Yeah. Okay. So you was there then, huh?
Yeah.
That's
But this
sad.
just makes me think that them being at the Black Lives rally is a photo
Right.
opportunity,
Right.
to.
Right. Right. Trying to act like they're on the right side of justice,
Mhm.
but they're not. We know where you stand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We know
So
where
the
you stand.
university, I'm sorry, the university is aware of the video. This is what they have to say. The
Yes.
university is aware of the video, which does not represent or value our values and is inconsistent with our efforts to foster a diverse, inclusive, and respectful environment. A university of is it Houston?
Yes.
spokesperson told the Houston Chronicle, as the second most diverse public research institution in the country, we encourage constructive and respectful dialogue, cultural awareness, and the spirit of unity. We understand the concerns this has caused. University of Houston follows internal policies as well as all applicable local, state, and federal laws when assessing any situation. It doesn't say anything about, oh, are they going to be suspended? They left it at that. So we'll have to follow up on this and let you guys know what the outcome is, because I think they should be suspended.
Basically, I don't think they're gonna get suspended.
Right.
So that right there. That's always the main statement of anybody. Oh, this isn't our views, and we don't
It's like they
agree.
have a script.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's basically what they read off of. Every time
Mhm.
something like this happens,
Yep.
this is this goes against our core values, and things like that.
Right. It's like a
They that's
script.
they basically they trying to soften the blow.
Hmm.
But man, listen, you guys need to start standing up and telling it like it is. This was
Right.
blatantly racism. We will not tolerate it. We're gonna suspend these girls. You know what I'm saying? And if it happens again, we're gonna expel them. Because
Yeah.
if it was anybody black doing that, the first thing, it would be an outrage.
Oh, yes.
You know. So
So,
yeah. Well,
but
yeah.
yeah, it would be outrageous. It would be all over. It would be crazy. So I was gonna say, these people they've been, let's just go back to Trump, and I hate talking about him, but I'm gonna talk about him. But Trump has emboldened all of these racist people to come out, say things, do things, behave in a certain way. Because if we want to talk about these college students did that about the tree, made a mockery of that and stuff. And then do you remember, like, a few months back, that white sorority mocked the black sorority? And did you ever see that video?
No,
It was
I
a white sorority. I pulled it up, but I remember seeing it. A sorority at Southern Connecticut State University was suspended on Tuesday when a group of students was captured on video mocking some of the rituals of a black sorority. So you know how black sororities have their dances
yeah,
and stuff, how
yeah.
they do. They mocked one of them. They caught them on video, mocking and laughing, like, oh, look how they do this and stuff. So
Right.
I'm glad to hear at that point when it first came out. I don't know if they had been suspended, but it was in February. But I'm glad to hear now that the university suspended the sorority for mocking Zeta Phi Beta, which is a black fraternity.
Wow.
I mean sorority, not
Sad.
fraternity.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
So
Sad.
all these people, I really, my heart says that Donald Trump emboldened these people to be more blatant with their racism. That's what my belief is.
Right. Right. Crazy thing is, there's a video going around of Donald Trump that he did back in 1999, I think it was, uh, stating that if you really look at me, I'm more like a Republican more like a Democrat than anything. They said, so, well, if there's anybody you think can run this country well and take care of foreign policy, who would it be? Oh, it would be
Uh-huh.
Hillary Clinton.
What?
Yeah. So
That's what
this
he
guy,
said?
yeah, this guy is like, he's like a fish out of water, just flopping all over the place.
Yeah.
You know.
So and there's no better way to say it than what you said. He's like flopping. He flip flops. He was,
Yeah.
I'm in love with Putin,
Right.
but
Right.
now he want to bomb. He want to send the subs with the nukes over there and
That
set
he
them
built.
off.
That
First,
he built.
he was on his knees for Putin, and
Oh my goodness! Wow.
and now, all the stuff that was created when I was in the White House, the submarines they built with the nukes. That man. If people don't know by now that man
The
is a
crazy thing is,
lunatic.
listen, I'm gonna stop you right there. The crazy
Okay.
thing is, people know, but it's now they just don't give a dang. They
Yeah.
know exactly what they're dealing with. They know exactly what he is. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You know exactly what you get what you see. You know, they tell you that all the time. You get what you see.
Right.
The funny thing is, CNN just did a poll with a bunch of
Mhm.
Fox people, right?
Yeah.
I think they said it was between maybe 20 and 100 people. They gathered them all up. They paid them to do this it was like a watch survey, right?
Right.
Where all they had watched was Fox News. Everything they knew about the virus and all that stuff. Just everything.
Okay.
So they pay these people to come and sit in and watch so many hours of CNN
Okay.
and then show. I guess they compared it with the Fox News people, right?
Yeah.
And they said 90 something percent of those people came out with a whole different attitude about what they hear on Fox and what they hear on CNN. You know, at first they were
Yeah.
thinking that CNN was just this evil channel that just,
Yeah.
but then they found out that CNN was really actually telling, facts, and Fox was lying about everything.
Yeah.
And
Fox.
it's a shame. Listen to this. It's a shame that I have to pay you to show you the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's sad that on your own you can't think to yourself and say, "Wait a minute, Foxes, they full of you know what." So it's a sad, sad, sad time we live in, and the crazy part is that most of these people that show their stupidity, they're they're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80-year old people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So speaking of, I got two comments. Speaking of CNN, I want to talk about Chris. You know who Chris Cuomo is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you
Before you
think?
wait, before you do that, I really had a lot of respect for that guy.
Okay, me too.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay, actually, I have three things to say because we didn't
Okay.
say this at the beginning of our show. So, number one is you guys tap in, pull up, um, like our show, subscribe to our opinions with Sass and Rooster. We talk about things that are going on in the world. Like I said at the beginning of the show, politics, entertainment, sports, whatever, fashion, whatever it comes up, we talk about it like
We
we
talk
are
about
now.
it.
Yeah. We give shout outs to people. We invite people on our show. We have a segment called the Make It Pop Like Corn segment. We invite people on that are doing something like making it pop like corn, business,
Positivity.
positivity. We had what's the dude's name? The art guy.
Gotta have it art.
Gotta have it
Y'all
art,
go back
making
and
it
look for
pop.
that video.
Yeah, go back and look at that video. Did an interview with him, Tim. I think Tim is his name. And that was a great show. Tim is like, I think Tim been on interviews before. He didn't tell us. But I think Tim, he jumped right in. He beat us to our questions. Tim
Yeah.
was just like, okay. So
Took over the whole interview.
took over, but it's all
Yeah.
good because he
But it
put
was
it
a
out
great
there.
show.
Yeah, great show. So tap in, join us, listen in. Get the Melon app. What we use to broadcast our shows called the Melon app. We love it. They're constantly coming out with new features. Should I throw up our link so if people want to?
Go right ahead. And I just want to also say thank you to all our new subscribers.
Oh man,
It don't go unappreciated. You know what I'm saying? We can't do this without you.
we cannot. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for just joining us. It's like we have so much more that we want to bring to you guys that we haven't brought to you guys yet.
Right.
So just stay tuned. We got a lot more to talk about. I'm gonna throw the link up. So if you
Right.
guys want to uh say anything, or shoot us a message in the chat. If you guys want us to talk about something, shoot us a
Right.
message in the chat box and we could talk about different things. If you guys want to discuss some things, our opinions, but we welcome other opinions too. Okay, back to Chris Cuomo. So, my question to you, Roosta, and to the audience out there, our opinion nights. That's what we call our audience, our opinion nights. Do you guys think it was wrong what they did to Chris Cuomo, removing him from the show? Because I think he didn't really talk about the whole thing with his brother, the mayor of New York, mayor, right? Governor of New York,
Governor, right?
governor of New York, and I can't think of his name right
And,
now.
and
Huh?
Andrew.
Andrew Cuomo. He refused, I think, I want to say, and don't quote me, but tell me if I'm right or wrong, Rooster. He refused to talk about what was going on with his brother on the show, correct?
So I've heard conflicting stories. I did hear that one, but I also heard that he actually tried to give some advice to his brother as well, legal advice, because
Uh
he's
huh.
because he's a, I guess he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing. So I hear conflicting. I hear a lot of different stories. He's he's kind of fighting right now for his career, his life. You know what I'm saying? His you know what I'm saying? He's fighting for that right now.
Yeah.
So there's a
So,
bunch of stories out there, just like you said, yeah.
yeah. But so what are your thoughts? You think that that was right for them to let him go?
So from what I understand, now see, this is a story that I first got. I heard it was over some sexual harassment. You see, but that's what I'm saying. So there's a whole bunch of stories going around. Now,
Yeah.
I did hear about, I didn't hear about the actual because he wouldn't speak, but I did hear somebody mention that he wouldn't speak out. But
Okay.
I think that was on Fox News because I watch Fox News too to hear all the lies. I want to
Oh
know,
yeah.
I want
Plenty of
I
lies.
want to know about all those lies as well. So
Yeah.
I and basically they're not even journalists. They're opinionists. That's what
Right.
they are. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but then I also heard that that he had interfered with the case trying to help his brother out. And so that's what I'm saying. So I don't know which story is concrete. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're saying some women came forward and said he did some things to hit them as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. We knew about Andrew, you know what I'm saying? But now they're saying women. I just heard too many different stories about Chris. So I
Yeah.
still like the guy. I thought his reporting was really down to earth, and
Yeah.
he answered all. He brought out all the hard questions, and when people gave him hard questions, apparently he answered them. So up until the the firing point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I really like Chris Cuomo, and the most recent news that I've heard about him is that him and Don Lemon, he kind of threw Don Lemon under the bus
Yeah.
because right
Now
now,
that's
Chris
interesting.
Cuomo, Chris, huh?
That's interesting because I only heard that Don was mad at him. So can you elaborate on that? Because I didn't hear exactly what happened.
So I can't elaborate on it because I don't know. I only heard
Okay.
that part of it, but I know that Chris Cuomo is seeking like 9 figures. He's suing CNN for ousting him. And then the other thing that I heard is that when they fired him, he turned on. I'm looking at it right now. I had heard this recently, but he ousted lovers Jeff Zucker and Allison Golis. So Jeff Zucker was like one of the head people, I understand, at CNN, and they were having a affair,
An
which is
affair. I did
unethical.
hear something about that.
So they too got fired
Right,
when
right. I
Chris
did hear
threw them
some.
in.
Now
Yeah,
those two I've never heard of,
yeah.
but I
I
did hear about that.
well, those two aren't. They're not reporters. They're
Right,
like I
right.
think that Jeff Zucker is one in the leadership, and he was having
Okay,
an affair with
okay.
someone, whoever Allison is. Um, So, certain talent for ethical violation while firing a bazooka at Cuomo's career for having helped dig up dirt on the women who accused his brother. So, he dug up dirt on the women who accused his brother, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, of sexual misconduct. Okay, but anyway, I love Chris Cuomo. I still follow him on Twitter. I follow his social media, and everything. And I hope that I love CNN as a whole. I love CNN, but I hope that he does. They pay him some money, because I don't think that that was fair what they
Yeah.
did to him, firing him. Because I wouldn't be on there talking about my family business or whatever. I would be trying to take, and they would too. The people at the top,
Exactly.
I would be trying to find out whatever news I could about somebody if they was trying to put something on my family member.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I think he did the right thing. Like I said, I don't know what the whole thing with him and Don Lemon was, like what the feud is. If I hear something, we could talk about it later. But I like Chris Cuomo. I hope that he wins his suit, whatever it is, against CNN, because they were wrong in my eyesight. That's my opinion. They were wrong for that.
Right. Right. I agree with
So,
you on that. I agree
yeah.
with you on that. But it just goes to show that nowadays any little thing becomes big controversy. Anything small becomes blown way out
Anything.
of proportion.
Anything.
It's sad. It's sad. He sneezed and wiped his nose. Oh, he disrespected the camera. You know what I'm saying? Just anything. Uh, so yeah, I really don't know, but I did enjoy watching Chris Cuomo. Uh, it's sad that he has to go through what he's going through. And I don't know if it's true or not, but however it was handled, he felt like it was wrong and brought a suit against him. So we'll see how that plays out in court. I'll definitely follow it, and but the one that I like the most on CNN is I like Anderson Cooper. That's
Oh
what I
yeah.
like because
Yeah.
Anderson Cooper, he's the type of character if he I can't remember who it was. I think it was what was her name that used to be the White House press secretary? Uh, remember for Donald Trump when he first started?
Oh,
What was her name?
Sander.
Yeah, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, right? I think one time she tried to lie to him on the show live. Man, he laughed at her so hard. He
She
just couldn't
lied
stop
so
laughing.
much.
Oh my goodness. And I hear
She,
she's trying to run for office somewhere. I forgot where it was, but I hear she's trying to run for some office, and people are taking it as a joke, like you ain't gonna, you ain't gonna get that.
yeah.
Yeah, sit back, sit back. So
She lied. It's like people. That's like selling your soul to the devil, like what people did for Donald Trump. I mean, and then
what
not
people
even
are
for Donald
still
Trump.
doing. You're
Yeah,
right.
not even just for Donald Trump. Just you're selling your soul,
Yes,
just
ma'am.
for
Yes, ma'am.
craziness or whatever.
Boy.
So I'm gonna throw out there. I just thought about this. You guys have to watch the Saturday Night Live. We ain't getting paid by Saturday Night Live either, but the last week Saturday Night Live,
Oh
they
my
kind of
goodness.
did the whole Will Smith thing. It's hilarious. You guys got to watch it. Check it out if
They
you
did.
can.
They did OJ's reaction to it.
Right.
Did you see the? But did you see the Donald Trump? The
Yeah.
one I
Oh
think.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's how
They
they listen.
that guy sounded just like Donald Trump.
Just like Donald.
I was like, wait a minute.
Wait,
That was
wait, wait, wait,
crazy.
wait. That Saturday Night Live is crazy. All
Yeah.
the stuff that they do, they are so on point. You know what I'm saying? When they
Yeah.
do it, it's crazy. It's
Wow.
crazy.
But you know what? I forgot to say the third thing I was going to say. And y'all, I'm really serious when I say this. When like the stuff that me and you talk about, the Marjorie Taylor Greens, Matt Gates, everything that's going on in our world, sometimes, and I'm gonna look at the camera when I say this, sometimes I really feel like we are living in the Twilight Zone. Like seriously, sometimes I feel like, are we in the Twilight Zone? Are they filming a show and we don't know, and then our great grandkids are gonna see this show? This, I mean,
Yeah,
down down the
yeah,
line, they're gonna see the show of the
yeah,
Twilight Zone. Like,
yeah. Cause hey, listen, cause we definitely live in a world of crazies, and I don't know
we,
if hey, I don't know if a lot of y'all know about the Twilight Zone, but it was a really good show. They used to come on
Hmm.
late nights
You
on
can check
state
it out.
TV. Yeah, you can check it out on YouTube or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it was a really good show. Uh,
Dang.
it was it was
Amazing.
it's amazing how you're right about that. We live in a world of crazies. It's sad,
It
sad.
is
You know,
that.
it is so sad just to watch a bunch of grown people make make fools of themselves.
It's like, this is what it's like to me. I just thought about it. A bunch of grown folks. It's like you out on the play yard, the playground, I guess, not the play yard, Michelle. The this not Sass. The playground, fighting with each other. He did this. She did that.
Right.
Teacher. You know, they did this, or ganging up on someone. One group ganging up on another group. You know,
Y'all hear my co-host? She telling it like it is.
that's exactly what it's like. It's like we all they out on the playground just being kids.
Right. You know, it's sad. I mean, and just think.
It's embarrassing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I was saying. Just think. Then you go home to your mom. Now, as a kid, when you acted like that, your mom and dad would probably pop you on the behind and tell
Hmm.
you to get your butt back out there and have some fun and do what you're supposed to do. But now they go home. They don't even have their tail between their legs no more. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They go home with their tail standing straight up wagging. We just wag, you know, just wagging like they did something right.
Yeah. But the crazy thing is, the United States of America, was once looked up to. I really believe that we were once looked up to. We were held in high regard by other countries. We have become Barnum and Bailey.
Hey, that's funny. You know, there's a show actually out called The Circus too. It's a cartoon show about Donald Trump. It's called The Circus.
I Yeah, I saw it on I don't know what station it's on, but I have seen it. But seriously, we have become the Barnum and Bailey states. Wait, United States of America, the United Barnum and Bailey states.
We're
Hey,
right.
look, I'm about to put that on a ticker
We're
because
all listen.
I'd hate to say it, but that's where we are.
We're all
Um,
under that
I
big
mean,
tent.
Roosta,
That's
can I
right.
pose that question to our opinion nights? Have we become the United Barnum and Bailey States of America? You think I'm
Hey, that's a good question. That's a good
I
question.
mean,
It's a
I
circus.
gotta ask. I
It's
need
a circus.
people to chime in.
Hey, listen. All they need to do is put a couple of trapeze and some nets. Uh, a trapeze on the ceiling of the Capitol building and some nets down there to catch them just in case they fall.
Yeah.
You know, some of them might fall through the net because
Some
they're
some of
so
them
skinny.
might.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm just it's sad that uh, you know, grown men and women act the way they act. You know what I'm saying?
That you guys, that's a serious question. I'm not playing. Like, what are your thoughts? What are your
Yeah.
thoughts on that?
Take the stage for a second. I gotta answer this.
Okay. So, is that what we've become? Have we become the United Barnum and Bailey States of America? Because so much craziness is going on amongst the politicians, um, just across the world. Everything is just crazy. Uh, I need you guys to really chime in and answer that question. Are we like a big old circus and we're being laughed at by other countries? I really believe we are. I think that this all started when we had that fool of a president, Donald Trump, in the White House for 4 years. I think that the United States of America just it just went down, and I'm not saying that this is the greatest country in the world. I'm not saying that. I think that compared to other countries, I think compared to other countries, we are a great nation, but I just really need to know, are we a circus? Have we become a circus? Maybe people, okay, so here's my ask. People who, even if you live in the United States and you're from another country, what are your thoughts? What are your, the people from the country that you're from, what are they saying about the United States of America since
Mm,
Donald Trump jumped in
mm,
office, when he was in
mm.
office?
That's a great question.
That's the
There
question we want to pose.
there is a there is an Indian station that I watch on YouTube from time to time. And the funny thing about this station is they talk about how American police kill black people, how systemic racism towards black people in America is. And they say they talk about in India. This is like topics. This is like headliners on their news channels. And it's sad that 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 they if they can say this is wrong, why can't we? You know what I'm saying? Why can't the people of the United States say, hey, wrong is wrong? You know, no matter how you look at
Yep.
it. You you can't thread, you can't strip. I mean, screw a strip thread into a nut. You just can't do it.
You cannot do it.
Hey,
It's not going to work.
it's sad, but you know, just you see what we have. You see what our leaders have become.
Yeah,
These guys are supposed to be our leaders.
a bunch of morons.
Oh my goodness, you said that best. A bunch of them. A
A bunch
bunch
of
of them.
morons.
A bunch of them. It's sad. Sad. But
It, it's sad that we have these people making the decisions for us.
right,
I
right.
understand. How do I want to say this? I don't want this to come off and the FBI is at my door or something, or somebody at my door. I understand why people.
Don't say it. I don't want you to get that knock. I think I know where you're going. Don't say
Okay,
it.
I won't
I don't
say
want,
it.
I don't want you to get that knock.
I don't want that knock
Right,
either.
right,
But
right.
I understand. Yeah, I don't want to get that knock.
Yeah.
So some things are better left unsaid. I'm gonna leave
There
it.
you go. There you go. That's the best way to put it.
I'm gonna leave it at this. Our government is a joke.
Very much so. You see, I saw oh Matt Gates try to question the defense secretary day before yesterday. And I mean, man, the man overtalked the guy so much, and told the man, "Oh, we're behind on all these ballistic missiles and things like that." So the defense secretary said, "Man, wait a minute, man. Where do you get your information from? Because we don't talk about it, you think we're behind? Oh, I know we're behind. Did you forget that your panel reports to us?" And the guy said, "Listen, man, because you're ashamed of your country, don't mean that I'm ashamed of my country. I have faith in my country." And then Matt Gates tried to how do you go? See, it's just things like that makes you. How do you gonna make an assumption? And so, Matt, Mr. Gates, listen, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Simple as
So
that.
yeah, and we know that that's a given. He's an
You know.
idiot.
Yeah.
So something that's came to mind for me because this is the picture I have in my head of all the questioning. I'm gonna go back to, so first of all, first and foremost, can you guys chime in and answer that question that you see on the screen? Put it in the chat box. I just want to get like a little um, little feedback from you guys on what your thoughts on and how we become united, Barnum and Bailey States of America.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying, Roosta.
I'm
It
listening.
just came. Huh?
I say I'm listening.
Okay. So when you talked about Matt Gates and everything, and I don't know why this came to mind, it took me back to the whole confirmation thing. And in my mind, I see Ted Cruz asking Katanji Brown Jackson questions, and just the anger in his voice. He wasn't okay. He was. It seemed like he was mad, and I don't know if that's just my take on it, but he just looked like he was upset when he was asking her questions. My question to you is: would he have done that to a white woman?
Hey, listen. So I just want to say this about Ted Cruz. Any guy that brings a bunch of kids' books blown up. Did you see the supersized books? Man, come on. Any 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 idiot that brings that to a confirmation hearing is an idiot. He got 100% on the ID 10T test. If you guys don't know what that means, spell it out. ID 10T. All one word. Just put it all together. You'll see exactly what I'm saying. He got 100% on that. So, with that being said, he was totally out of line. And no, I don't think he would have did that to a white woman.
Okay.
I almost guarantee he would not have done that to a white woman. You know, it. I just, the crazy thing is, I just want to ask the people of Texas. This is a question to all you people in Texas. What do you guys see in this guy? What he fled. You know, told all these lies about why he left Texas when you guys had the cold front. You
Mhm.
guys are the only state that don't have energy regulation. You got screwed out of a bunch of money when you was trying to run your heaters to stay warm. And this guy is down in Cancun with his feet kicked up. You know what I'm saying? On the beach until somebody walked around with a camera. Hey, there's Ted. Oh, I better get back home because people. Yeah. Just what do you guys see in Ted?
That's a very good question.
You know. Same thing with Lindsey Graham. Same thing with Tim Scott. Lindsey Graham is like a fish out of water as well. He flip flops all over the place too. You
Yeah.
know, he just. I mean, just last year you voted for Katanji. Now this year you trying to scold her like she's some kid or something. Lady's 10 times smarter than you.
I have a second part to that question.
Go ahead.
So my second part to the question is, do you think, because they made a big old thing out of Biden saying, "Oh, I'm going to nominate um, a black woman to this post," do you think that if he would have said, "Oh, I'm going to nominate a woman to this post," it would have been the same reaction that
I
we got?
guarantee. I guarantee it would have been.
Okay, and my
So
thoughts are
so
the
listen to
same.
this one. Listen to this one. So Ted is calling him. I mean, Lindsey is calling himself being upset because the black woman from South Carolina didn't get appointed. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he's saying that he fought for her, but Lindsey, you just last year you fought for Katanji to be at the appellate court level.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
what difference? So you had two qualified judges. Apparently, the best one won.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's. Hey, listen. It's checkers. It ain't. I mean, it's chess. It ain't checkers. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and the best person wins. It's not to knock the judge. I forgot her name from South Carolina. But you see, she's being moved up to the. Apparently, I think she's going to get moved up into Katanji's seat to the appellate
Mm-hmm.
court. So,
Okay.
with that being said, you know, maybe she's next. You never know. Listen, Katanji Brown Jackson, Justice Jackson, is so overqualified. She's got more education than three of the sitting judges now. Some of those justices weren't even judges. You know, they were lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't even judges. This woman has done it all. She's been a a prosecutor, a public defender,
Exactly.
a clerk for 3 different justices. Uh, hey, let's let's make it.
District, district court judge,
Let's call
member
it
of
what it is. Right. Let's call it what it is. The woman is smart.
member of
She,
the U.S. Sentencing Commission.
she
Hey, I got
hey,
it.
she
And a
she
federal appeals judge.
she ain't got on all these seats for nothing. She ain't
And
got on. Listen, she wasn't able to wear all those pins because she was just black. She wore all those pantsuits and skirts or whatever y'all want to call it because she knew what she was doing.
yeah, and Tucker
She,
Carlson wants to ask
yeah.
what her LSAT
Oh,
scores were.
we ain't gonna talk about Mister always gets slapped in the mouth every show we
Always.
do.
You know what? We need to, as certain people, we need to just put on the forever slapped in the mouth segment that they just on it.
Yeah,
You know,
automatic,
automatic,
automatic.
automatic, systematic.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. So,
Dun,
uh,
dun, 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 dun.
yeah, that's it
I
right
know what
there.
we're
So,
talking about.
yeah,
Dun, dun,
that's.
dun, dancing. Okay.
Hey, listen. All I gotta say is the woman, the woman knows what she's doing. She's there for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. I
You
just
know,
those those questions just came to mind for
good
me.
questions. Those were great
Right.
questions.
Yeah, because the Josh Hawleys, the Matt Gates,
Yeah. Hey,
um,
listen.
I mean
I
not
don't
Matt
care.
Gates, Ted Cruz.
I don't care how old Josh Hawley gets. He'll never be as smart as Justice Jackson.
Never. And I heard the other day that his dumb butt he has a cup where he remember when they had the January 6th insurrection, they have a picture of him walking with his hand in the air.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
has
I
that
saw that. I
on a
saw it
cup.
live when he did it.
Yeah, me too, but he
Yeah.
has it on his cup now.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, he should be another one that shouldn't be able to run. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't be able to run. So I don't know. Hey, listen, get them all out of there. Get them all out of there.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah,
it's just ridiculous. But I wanted to talk about a local thing. So we've been talking about politics, craziness and stuff. But I wanted to talk about a local disheartening incident that happened. I want to say it was last weekend. 6 people were killed in Sacramento, leaving a early morning. I think it was early Sunday morning, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me, but 6 people were killed as gunfire erupted as people were leaving bars, clubs, downtown Sacramento. 6 people were killed, 3 women, 3 men. I want to say everybody was under 30 that got killed. I had
one was 57.
okay. Thank you for the correction. So they caught 2 of the guys who happened to be brothers. Um, it's just I mean it's very disheartening. 3 now. They got 3 now. Okay, thank you. I'm a little bit behind, but they caught 2 of the brothers, and then I guess there's a third person. So one of the brothers, he wasn't supposed to even. He's a felon. He wasn't even supposed to have a gun. He had a machine gun. They found over 100 rounds of ammunition all throughout the area after the fact. But he was supposed to be released on probation last year. The attorneys asked that he not be released because he was a danger to society, which this is proven. He is a danger to society, so they don't need to release him. Craziness.
Cool part about it is, up until this morning when I seen it, they hadn't charged them with that shooting though.
Right.
It's crazy. So okay, so let's just take a hypothetical here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say okay, they didn't do the shooting, but
Mm-hmm.
you announced that you arrested them on that.
Right.
Now everybody know who these guys are. if
Mhm.
people want to retaliate, say they do get out of jail, right? Because they don't have a,
Right.
sometimes they let you out of jail because they don't have enough evidence,
Mhm.
that you were involved.
Right.
Even if you were at the time, they don't have enough, so they let you out of jail, right?
Right.
Now, if family members want to retaliate, they know they looking for somebody.
Mhm.
They know these guys. And it definitely ain't gonna be hard to find out where they're from and what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So the third guy that they caught, he was a supposedly gang member as well, but he was able to bail out, so he's out.
Mhm.
So latest I've heard is that they are there was two different gangs, rival gangs, shooting at one another. So
Yeah.
they don't want to name these street gangs. You know what I'm saying? In fear of there'll be retaliation or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it was rival gangs that they say
Yeah.
that were we got the co-host over here acting a fool. I don't know what the problem is. Y'all gonna hear some slapping around off the thing. But anyway, 12 people got wounded. I forgot to say that. 6 people dead and 12 wounded. Blocks away from the Capitol. And just kind of chiming in on what you said about they already got these people out there. Sometimes I feel like the media is under pressure to get, they got to beat someone else out there to
Right.
do, you
Right.
know.
Well, everybody
So,
wants that exclusive.
yeah. Oh, we, the breaking news station.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it could be wrong. And like you said, they're putting that them in danger, their family in danger because people want to retaliate, you
Exactly.
know. Yes, if
Exactly.
you killed my loved one, oh, I'm gonna get your family. You know, let's just be real.
Right. Right. Right.
So,
It was sad to hear those mothers talk about losing their kids and the fathers. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? All because they wanted to go out and have a good night, a night
yeah,
of fun. You know what I'm
right
saying?
on.
Yeah.
And
Shouldn't.
that's crazy. It's like you can't even. I feel like I don't even want to go anywhere and be out at that hour. You know, leaving, hanging out for somebody's birthday, leaving
Right.
a comedy club.
Right.
People don't know what might ring out. You know,
Right. You never know.
gunfire might ring out.
All because of, like Ice Cube said in one of his raps, it only take one MFer to mess it up for 22,000 other MF.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
But
So
the latest on that, though, not to cut you off, the
no,
latest
go
on
ahead.
that, I just read that they've identified at least 5 gunmen, but there may have been more. Both of the brothers that they got in jail right now, they both were wounded by gunfire. Um,
Is that? I thought only one of them was. I thought the older brother was wounded by gunfire.
it says both brothers were wounded by gunfire.
Okay.
They've both been
Okay.
arrested in connection with the shooting, and so far only they're only facing the firearms charge, like you said. So they don't really have anything. They've been kind of silent, the police, on what
Mm,
led to the shooting. Although, so they've been silent on what led to the shooting, but they're already reporting that it was rival gangs. So
right.
that to me doesn't make any sense.
Right. Right. You see what I'm
So
saying?
but what's sad is people. So yeah, rapid fire bursts of over 100 gunshots echoed throughout the streets. But what I'm saying is, people are so whatever happened to patience and reporting the correct stuff and not having to go back and be like, oh, we made a mistake. This, wait till you get the legitimate information. People review the cameras because I'm sure there's cameras out there if it's that close to the Capitol.
Yeah.
Get the
Definitely.
correct information and stuff.
Definitely.
So that
Definitely.
just is senseless. I wanted to just kind of just say it's a senseless killing of 6 innocent people.
And so I don't know if have you ever been down to K Street Mall? So they call it K Street Mall.
I think I have.
So it's a really lively area.
Mm-hmm.
I've been like 100 years ago. I'm almost 120 years old, but it was about 100 years ago. Uh, but since I went down there, it has
Mm-hmm.
only gotten even more. The more years have gone by,
Yeah.
the more hip it has gotten, especially with gentrification. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It has become like a hot spot. I remember when we
Okay.
used to go to the clubs in Sacramento, it was like I only used to go to like 2 clubs. I mean, there was a few of them,
What
but the only
clubs did you hit
it
up
was
out
one
there?
on J Street. I forgot the name of it.
Okay.
Right, yeah, right near the freeway exit, about 2
Okay.
blocks off of the freeway exit. And then there was one off of over next to Art and Fair Mall. Which was in a hotel. It was called
Okay.
Savannah's, and you know, Sac used to be nice little party spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We go hang out, have fun, and it's still it still should be that way. But nowadays, man, everybody got guns and they want to pull out and show them off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's up with that
Yeah,
though?
I don't understand that, man. Basically, if you carrying a gun, you're carrying it for your safety. You're not carrying it to whip out and start shooting just into random crowds. And even if you do see a rival gang member, you know what I'm saying? And unless he whips out or whatever, and you're defending yourself, then. But if you guys are just shooting random people,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
makes no sense.
makes no sense.
Now, is that down near the Golden One Center?
Yeah, so K Street Mall. So it's actually when you get off the freeway, you ride like right at K Street. I mean J
Yeah.
Street, which is where the Golden One Center is. So you go a couple of blocks in and you make a right. It, so K Street you can't drive on.
Okay.
It's basically you have to walk over to J Street or L Street, I think it is, uh, to drive. But K Street is like they have the trolleys go through there, and police can drive through there and things like that.
Okay.
But it's almost like it's an outdoor like strip mall almost like with a bunch of restaurants, bars, businesses.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
So right on K Street.
I don't know if exactly happened on K Street, but they were saying K Street, but I know it's called K Street Mall. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
and it's just like they said, a couple blocks away from the Capitol. You
So
know?
that's right near Old Sacramento.
Yeah. So it's not too far from there. Yeah, less than a mile away from Old Sac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. This is unfortunate that happened. I'm looking to see what's like in that area. That's what I'm
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
at. They
Yeah.
got like a lot of little eateries down there.
Right, right. I mean, it's oh man, it has become an attraction. You know what I'm saying? It's an
Yeah.
attraction now. You got places that I mean, like when I went to K Street Mall, it was I went there to see Mike Epps at they got a theater there.
Yeah.
That had to be 26 years ago,
Yeah.
27 years, something like that. 26, 27 years ago. I don't know. But they didn't have anything there really at that time. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, that one club off of J
Right.
Street that people used to go to, a couple little stops here and there. But now, I mean, man, you go down there now, it's like, man, it's live. It's
They got Yeah, they got a lot of stuff. I see they got a Morton Steakhouse.
hmm
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I just don't know. That's crazy.
yeah. You gotta be scared for your kid. Like, I tell my daughter all the time. She likes to go out and have a good time, but almost every time something happens. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Especially when it comes here out here to the Bay, and
Yeah,
I tell her all the time, baby, you gotta be careful because bullets don't know no names.
they don't.
You know, and they can ruin a life in a split second.
Yeah, they can.
You
It's
know,
unfortunate.
it's sad. It's sad. So
I tell my daughter the exact same thing
yeah,
because
yeah,
some people, I read the other day that some people got shot at a food truck in Oakland the
sad.
other day. Some
It's
people
sad.
got shot at a food truck in Oakland the other day. Two people were shooting at each other. It was on East 14th. I don't know what food truck, but it was on East 14th. It was two different areas that people got shot at, just out getting food. And two
Just
people started shooting at each other. Luckily, these people didn't get killed. They got shot in the leg and they
hmm
didn't die or anything. But it could have went totally left, and they could have
right,
done,
right.
you
All,
know.
all, all out trying to just get something to eat.
Hmm.
sad.
out trying to get something to eat and you get shot.
Yeah.
And you're not
Hey,
even
listen,
involved in whatever
right. Listen,
going on.
listen. I just want to say to the youngsters, man. Hey, sometimes I understand why you guys carry, but hey, if you have to carry that often in those many places, you don't need to be there. You need to find somewhere else you can go and have fun at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you liable to run it. You know the places that you like to go, your enemy likes to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
So you guys just hey, if you got to carry guns, you don't need to be there. You know,
Yeah. That's the
simple as
truth.
that. You know, back to what I was saying. I think in the last couple episodes we talked about got to learn how to love again. We got to learn how to love again. You know what I'm saying? We got to learn how to respect one another's life. We got to know that when we do things like this, we don't just hurt the victim. We hurt the victim's whole family. And when you get caught, your family is hurt as well. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
you know, you just got to learn to love again. Hey man, y'all can do it, man. You got to one thing about you youngsters, man. I tell people all the time, the youngsters got flavor. They got flavor. They got the world at their fingertips. They smart, intelligent, but they don't want to display it. You know what I'm saying? They want to display how cool they are, or they the man, or you know what I'm saying. But the world wants to be like you, and you guys should take that and run with it. You listen, set trends. You know what I'm saying? Don't set trends. That's all I can say to them, man. I love y'all, man. I love everything about y'all, man. But y'all gotta learn how to set trends, man, and stop set tripping. You know?
You couldn't have said it any better.
Yeah, yeah. So
Let's all learn to love. Let's all get along.
yeah, yeah,
It's just crazy. It's unfortunate
yeah.
that
Yes, it
this is
is.
this is the way that the world is now.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, yeah, yeah. That's about it. That's about it. That's all I got to talk about tonight. Got anything else? Oh, one other thing. I just want to say, hey, y'all look out for them Freestyle Fridays, man. We have a lot of fun on those. I got some flashbacks I want to talk about this week. So if y'all want to chime in, there's an app out there that's great called Melon. Listen, y'all got to pay attention when you download it though, because you may end up with Restream and not
Yeah,
Melon like I did. So Melon,
absolutely.
right,
Make sure it's the Melon app, not
right,
Restream.
right, right.
Melon app.
Yes,
One more thing though, before we go, I did want to talk about the latest on the war going on
Ukraine.
Ukraine. So the latest is that the Russian military, we already know they're going in killing innocent people, but they're saying that they in Mariupol, I think that's how you say it,
Mariupol.
Mariupol, they
Yeah.
kill these people. They have their hands tied behind their back, just
Oh man, it was
assassinations.
so sad to see that.
Yeah, just
So,
kids,
it,
adults, elderly people. It's ridiculous.
so listen. You say that it's a trip. I just watched it earlier. They showed, uh, and the reporter said, "Listen, I'm telling y'all now, this is hard to watch. I just want to let y'all know that." So they showed these people, right?
Hmm.
They were driving down the street and they started taking fire from a tank, from a Russian military tank. So they made a
Hmm.
U-turn. About the third car made a U-turn, but I guess they shot it and hit at it. The driver jumps out of the car and throws his hands up. Hey, hey,
Hmm.
man, do you know they shot and killed that man? Then killed his wife. Then arrested his. They had a 6-year-old son and a friend in the car. They were just trying to get out of fire, out of harm's way. You know what I'm saying? It was so sad to see. And then Putin and them talking about, well, we only going after targets. But these guys, when you got, you're not a, I'm not a target if I got my hands up. But your soldiers are just killing, just senseless.
More than 5,000 civilians killed in Mariupol. I can't say it, Mariupol,
Yeah,
is what the mayor is saying. Hundreds of children were killed. Man riding home from getting groceries on a bicycle killed him. He laying in the street, groceries everywhere.
laying in the street, dead like Fred.
Now, what was he doing to, really? He got groceries on a bike. They spread all. I mean, come on now.
Hey,
Who need to be taken down?
yes, I agree. I agree, 100%.
I actually watched a documentary about Putin on PBS. PBS is not paying me. I'd be happy if they were, but PBS is not paying us for saying this. But I watched a documentary on PBS. PBS has some great documentaries if ever you guys are looking to learn and stuff. And it was a whole bunch that I learned about Putin. I can't remember, the exact name of the documentary, but it was great. But my mind is drawing blank now. So before Putin, there was a man that was in charge, and he's the one who wanted Putin to be his successor. Do you remember who that was?
I want to say it was Gorbachev, but I'm not. I don't think it was Gorbachev. It was another guy. I'm not for sure. I can't think. I know Gorbachev was there, and
Look
then there
up,
was another guy.
look up who was who did Putin succeed. Do you mind doing that for me? But what I was going to say, and I kind of think it was Gorbachev, but we want to give the right information. So on this documentary, whoever it was that Roos was looking up, they told Clinton that they made a mistake by making Putin the successor.
Boris Yeltsin.
Yeltsin, yeah.
Yeah.
So Clinton went, when President Bill Clinton was in office, he went and visited, and this Yeltsin, you said, right?
Yeltsin. Yep. Boris Yeltsin.
Boris Yeltsin. He's the one who told Clinton that he made a huge mistake by putting Putin. So it went back to something, and I can't remember exactly what it was because I was in and out of the program, where Putin had this whole school of children, like just they were killed over there. I don't know.
Was that in Chechnya? I think that
I
was
want to say
Chechnya.
it was.
Yeah.
But all these kids, and they showed it on the thing. You could just see bodies just laying there on this thing. That man is crazy. That man is like deranged.
Yeah.
He needs to be taken down. I think it's just fun to him to see all these people getting killed.
Yeah, because the crazy thing is they're not a threat to him.
Right. They're not a threat. He wants to get Zelensky.
Hey, I
But
gotta commend Zelensky for staying put and listen. He was there till he got killed. You know what I'm saying? He was gonna go down fighting. He was gonna go down fighting.
Who was there till they got killed?
Now I'm saying he was gonna be there until he got killed. He wasn't going out without a fight, is what I'm saying. He stayed in his country. He didn't, everybody said, "Oh, you should flee, you should flee." No, no, I'm gonna be here until I get killed.
Yeah, that's his whole take on things.
Exactly.
He's not leaving. Yeah.
Exactly. And he wasn't supposed to abandon his people.
Yeah. I mean, you got to give him a shout out because some people have like abandoned their people and stuff, like in the midst of war or whatever.
They be the first ones to run.
Yeah, like I'm out.
Right.
Forget y'all, I'm out.
Sad, ain't it? Sad.
So you got to give Zelensky some props for what he's doing. But yeah, I don't want to go too much into the war. I think it's just very disheartening again that all these innocent civilians are being killed, kids amongst them. This is ridiculous. I don't know when this is going to end.
Whole towns reduced to rubble.
Whole towns reduced to rubble.
Sad.
Yeah. So we'll keep talking about this. We need God, like I said on the last show, we need God to intervene, and but
never
maybe
stop believing.
Yeah.
Never stop believing.
Yeah, never stop. And then just one more thing I want to throw out there is there's another booster that's the CDC is recommending that people over 50 get, and people with immunocompromised systems or whatever. There's another booster that they want you to get. You can get it within 4 months of your last booster. So, you know, like I said, everybody doesn't watch the news. Everybody is not in touch with what's going on in the world. So Rooster and I like to just keep you abreast of what's going on.
Amen.
So anything else from you? And like Rooster said, jump in tomorrow. Freestyle Fridays, pull up, chime in. Come on.
Melanapp.com. You ain't nothing. You don't have to download it or nothing. All you have to do is go and sign up. It's a web-based app, and you could tap in and pull up or whatever you want to call it. Salute. You know what I'm saying? All that.
Screech in.
Yeah, look. Squeeze. Hey, get in where you fit in.
Oh, and we offer the what is it called? The drag races on Friday nights.
Hey, straight up. Listen, I'm gonna call it my co-host Speedway.
The Speedway, that's what it is. That's the drag. The Speedway.
My co-host Speedway. That's what it's called. My co-host Speedway, y'all.
The Speedway is offered at no cost.
Listen, hey, it's free. It's free. You might not know who in first place, but you dang sure gonna hear some more motors roaring. Without a doubt.
And coming soon, the Rollo Awards will be featured in the Rollo Awards.
Yeah.
It's with Sass and Roosta. So stay tuned.
Hey, listen. Stay tuned, y'all. So matter of fact, whoever jumps in and says the craziest thing on Friday nights, we're gonna give you a Rollo. We're gonna give you a Rollo Award. That's what's up.
It's similar to the Oscars, but it's called the Rollo Award.
The Rollos. There you go.
All right. Well,
so with that being said, people, thank y'all for watching.
Oh wait, we got a comment. Let me see. Oh, that's Big Rooster. Oh, chime in, pull up, Big Rooster Show, pull up. It's a Vibe Life with Sassy Channel. Pull up, subscribe, follow,
like, comment, subscribe, share.
Great information.
Hey, we want it all. Ugly, pretty, it don't matter. Whatever your comment is, leave it. We want to hear it. You know, hey, listen. We can all agree to disagree, or we can all disagree to agree. Whichever way you want to look at it. We can look at it forwards, backwards, side to side, up and down. You know, it don't matter.
Upright. I said upright.
Upright. That's right. Downright, upright. Don't matter. Don't matter. But with that being said, I guess my co-host said y'all didn't hear the co-host Speedway today, but y'all might hear it tomorrow night. Guess she gonna hit y'all with the end screen.
He got jokes, y'all. He got jokes. I ain't even ready for the end screen.
Yeah, you ready? You ready?
I'm ready for the end. Oh, they got some new end screens. Let me see. Talking too much, huh?
Hey, listen, real fast. If y'all do sign up for Melanapp, hey, it's free. If y'all want us to send y'all a link and y'all sign up for it that way, leave it in the comments. We'll send it to you. Y'all can sign up. If y'all, it's free or they have. I think they still have specials running. Do they have specials running still?
I'm gonna have to look. We'll let you guys know tomorrow on Freestyle Fridays. But the thing is, if you guys sign up through our link, which we'll put on the screen tomorrow, I think you guys get a discount, right? If they sign up through our link. So it's best to go in and sign up through our link, and you guys get a discount.
And listen, it's free, or you can do the pay. If you plan on ever hosting, you do the pay channel. I mean the pay version, and you can host, and we can come on your show and have fun and talk crap with you.
Yeah, exactly. So with that being said, anything else from you?
That'll be it.
Thank you guys. Thank you to our subscribers. I'm gonna give you guys one more quick hand clap. We couldn't do this without you guys, so we definitely want to give you guys a shout out. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. And with that being said, you guys have a good evening. Peace out.
Great show today.
Great show.